So for SSR, I read Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. So this book was pretty good. At first it was kind of slow, so it was like annoying to get through, but as it went on, it got like a little better, and I ended up really liking it in the end. So it's about this girl named Sam Kingston. She's like the most popular girl in school, and her and her group, who's like Lindsay, Allie, and Elodie. They're all just like the mean girls or whatever, the super popular, pretty, like, cool girls at high school. Anyways, so it starts on the day that she wakes up. It's called Cupid Day, so it's like Valentine's Day kind of themed. You get roses and like you dress up as Cupid, and yeah, so the girls all get there that day. They're all super like excited because they get to dress up in their scandalous outfits and go to school on Cupid Day. And so also for getting roses, like your popularity depends on how many roses you get. So they were like super worried about the number of roses they get, which is super stupid. But anyways, so they get to school that day and everything's going as normal. So there's this guy named Kent also that Sam is good friends with. She's been friends with him since like childhood. They're like childhood friends, and so he secretly has a crush on Sam and she knows it. So but she thinks he's like disgusting and that he shouldn't even be talking to her, and she actually said that to him. So she's pretty mean. She's like that typical mean popular girl. So anyways, he invites her to a party that night, and she is a little iffy about it, but she wants to go because everybody's gonna be there and all her friends want to go. And that night is actually supposed to be the day she loses her virginity to her boyfriend Rob. And Rob hasn't said I love you yet, so she's kind of bummed about that. It's her biggest problem as of now. Anyways, so they go to this party and they have fun, I guess. They had a good time, but Sam is pretty like nervous about everything, and she sees that Rob is super drunk, so she's like, okay, we're not doing this tonight. She gets annoyed. And anyways, also they see the psycho of the school there. Her name is Juliet. They see her there and they like bully her, and Sam actually like shoves her out of the door, and everyone's like chanting psycho, psycho, and that was kind of rude. Anyways, and Kent was like, what the heck? And then Sam felt like all weird about it after. So anyways, they get in the car to go home, and they're like blasting music, and everyone's all like laughing and having a good time, and like, so they're going down the road. It's dark outside. It's like 12 o'clock, and Lindsay is driving because she's the most in control of her alcohol levels, and she's like trying to change music, and suddenly they crash. So before they crash, they see this like giant like bright white thing, and then they just crash into a tree, and then it's black, and then Sam, and we all assume she's dead, and she did die, but she wakes up the next day and like everything happens all over again. Like she wakes up and it's Cupid Day. She gets the same text. Her sister comes in again to wake her up the same way as they did yesterday. All of her clothes are still sitting out that she was about to wear, and she freaks out. She's like, what the heck is going on? I'm reliving the day of my death. What is this? Did I actually die? Was it just a dream? So she relives the day like the same exact way she did before, and she just seems a little more frigid this time about it. But anyway, she dies again at the same time, the same way at 12:40. Even though she tries to stop it, she dies again. So then on the third day, she tries to fix everything. She tries to like be nice to everybody. She tries to like make her life better. So she's nice to Kent. She's nice to Juliet. She's nice to everyone around her. She's nice to Rob. Everything's going super well. She also realizes she actually likes Kent, like has interest, like romantically, with Kent, and she's just super happy and like at ease. And also, instead of going to the party, she convinces her friends to stay in for movie night so that she probably wouldn't die, hopefully, at 12:40 again, or 12:39. Um, so they get inside, and it's 12. It's like 12:38, and then 12:39 hits, and she doesn't die. And then 12:40 hits, and she's still alive. So she's super happy because she finally beat death. But then her mom comes downstairs and says that Juliet had killed herself. So she's like, wait, this could be an interchangeable death. And she was like, well, crud, what am I going to do now? Like, it's either I die or she dies. So, on the 5th and 6th day, I believe, she tries to save Juliet and herself, both of, like, so that they both don't die. So she be super nice to Juliet. She gives her roses. She talks to her at the party. She follows her into the forest so that she doesn't kill herself. But then she realizes that Juliet was that white thing that I explained before. Before they crashed, I saw this white thing. That was Juliet running in front of the car. So as Sam died, so did Juliet because she was killing herself. So their deaths happened like together. So there was no way she could avoid it. There was no way she could avoid Juliet's death. She could save her life, but then Juliet would always die, and she didn't want that. She wanted to save Juliet. So in the end, she ends up putting Juliet's life before hers. So she makes sure that she dies before Juliet does. So at the end of the night at 12:39 a.m., she runs in front of the car before Juliet and dies. And some people are like, oh my gosh, the main character died. What the heck? But, like, Sam realized the true meaning of life. Like, before she was the super popular girl, she didn't care about anything else but everyone liking her and, like, her boyfriend and, like, losing her virginity and being the mean girl, not caring about anything else. But now she realizes what life is really about, like, love and family and friends and really, like, living in the moment and cherishing what you have. And the book was written in like a first person point of view, which I liked because you really got to see like how Sam changed throughout the book, like how in the beginning she was super shallow, and then in the end she was really like deep, like she was more open minded, and like she really saw the true meaning in life, and that was good character development. It shows she was not a static character. She was a dynamic character, and it was really good story, and I really liked it. And yeah, so I would recommend it in the end. Um, it was a good book, and it really like kind of it showed a good perspective of what a lot of people are like these days in our generation. So it was pretty realistic, and I could like relate to it because I know people like that. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.